that was kind of loud. Um, Hello, everybody. Uh, I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys all heard the PlayStation startup thing because I turned on desktop audio, but then my volume setting wasn't fixed, so it was really loud, and I had to change it real quick. Hello, yeah, we're doing an early stream because I have stuff to do after this. Um, Relatively early, like an hour or so, but um, but yeah. How's everybody doing? Oh yeah, new video. Oh god damn it! I forgot to. Okay, so let me explain why. Oh, what am I quieter? Okay, sorry, I can fix that. It's just. Okay, let me explain. Is that too loud? Is that good? That should be good. I don't even know which one was my last one. Because I know what I have to do because I looked at my guide and I was like, oh, I missed something really important. Uh, because I got Lynn's ring, but where am I? Because I want to go back to, yeah, okay, I teleported back to the the one town, Kaysen. Teleported back there. Okay, yeah, so better not do anything crazy while we're too. So what happened is, basically I was at work and my power went out, which is normally fine. It's normally no problem, but this time, Windows decided to get corrupted, and I had to reinstall it. And reinstalling it, uninstalled a few things, and it also removed a lot of my settings for stuff. Like I basically had to reinstall and do everything again in OBS, which is why the volume's all fucked because it doesn't remember my settings. And like I lost my internet browser bookmarks. I lost my Anki deck progress because I was learning Japanese. Because I didn't go out of my way to salvage them before I reinstalled Windows. Because I can only get to my login in safe mode, which means I couldn't access the internet or do anything really. Um, so that was really unfortunate. Okay, yeah, this is where no. Yeah, okay, I wanted to go right. Because that's where the cave was. So yeah, that's why my settings are all fucked. I didn't lose any data, obviously, because that was on a different drive. Because it was a rough night because I came home and I was just gonna watch a show and while eating dinner, and then it's like, oh yeah, my computer won't boot up, and then I basically came home from work after that and spent like a good hour trying to figure or two. No, it was like I came home at 8 that day. Yeah, so I spent like 3 or 4 hours trying to figure it out. No, it was just mostly the bookmarks and the Anki deck stuff. So really, like I said, really nothing important. But it's still just like, unfortunate like not stressor, but just annoyance and time waster because now that's more time I had to spend on like recovering that and spending more time. It's just it's just really annoying. Ow. But it's not really the worst thing. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, you will understand what I have forgotten when I get it because and I know why I didn't get it either because enemies drop things and yeah, where was Lynn? No, this wasn't this way. Because yeah, I'm just trying to go over to where Lynn was, her corpse, and because it was around here. Yeah, this seems about right. Yeah, no, because it was by the it was by the fountain, and then there was no, that's not right. It was because but anyway, and then today was annoying because I was doing laundry and a while ago when my Discord got hacked, I lost my Microsoft email and it was attached to some things, including my no, not this way, north. Wait, no. Oh, excuse me. This is where. Yes, that's where Lynn's body was, I think. No, never mind. Okay, I don't know where no. No, this is just a save point. Yeah, like the last area I discovered when replaying. Maybe it is through the cave. No, yeah, it was there. It was there at the very south. That's right. Okay, you're going south. What was I trying to say? That's north. Oh yeah, so I was trying to do laundry and I couldn't pay with my phone app and the machine doesn't take. Wow, where'd my health go? That was to turn it into a lot. I'm being very reckless though, to be fair. Okay, that's what I wanted. Ow. So anyway, and then so I had to like do a bunch of like I don't know, I had to go to another place and I got the app figured out so I could just do it at my apartment complex, and I'm going the wrong way again, and yeah, it was just a lot of annoying things, and so my morning ended up being more annoying and stressful than I wanted it to be. Not stressful, but like tiring, because I still need to go shopping. I'm gonna see my dad at least, so that's nice. But or it should be nice, but yeah. Oh well, so yeah, day could be going better, but I mean, at least one thing that's good at least is like, you know, I put out a new video today. That's been done for like a week or so, but I only just got around to like putting on the finishing touches and whatnot. And then oh yeah, so the other thing is I did tweet it out, but obviously, yeah, to no one's surprise, or no one is really interested in a unfinished Free to Cure fanfic that I wrote, started 4 years ago. But you know, I did reread it and I was pretty satisfied with it. But it's there. A thing I wrote relatively recently is now on the internet. I put it on Archive of Our Own, so you know, maybe someone will read it and like it. But I don't know. What do I have equipped? Fireball. No, I don't want fireball. Let's let it recharge. Yeah, I want Firestorm or something. Yeah, there we go. And then I did also record not the next Mushoku Tensei in the Den, that's going to be in a couple days, but I did the next Code Geass R2 in the Den with MG, who I immediately call, this is what, yeah, this is Kingsfield 3 for PS1. I believe it was re-released on PS3 in Japan, maybe, like PS Network, because Kingsfield 4, that's the one on the PS, what's it called, the PS2. Because so next is Shadow. So in the order of FromSoft games I'm playing, this is the second to last one on the PlayStation 1. Because next is Shadow Tower, which was also on PS1. Then is Eternal Ring, which, I mean, it's not a Kingsfield game, but it's Kingsfield derivative in the same way like Bloodborne and Sekiro are Dark Souls derivative. But yeah, next is Eternal Ring on PS2. Then Kingsfield 4. Then Shadow Tower Abyss, and then it would be Kingsfield Additional 1. But I feel like at that point, it's like Demon Souls is right there, and I do really like I do like, you know, Demon and Dark Souls, so I'll probably do Demon Souls. Then if Kingsfield Additional 1 is translated, I'll do that, then I'll do Dark Souls, and then Kingsfield Additional 2. So yeah, I got the Itchiest Crown. So yeah, I missed that. I was looking through my guide, and it's like, where am I supposed to go next? And then I saw, oh yeah, pick up the Itchiest Crown by killing the guy near Lynn. So basically, Lynn found this, and then she got killed. So, is I believe what the implication is, so... Let's use it and see where it takes us. Because it should take us to another, safe. Where is this? Is this like Noelle? No, this is... I have been... This is the ghost area? Because that's the only area I can think... Yeah, this is that area with the ghosts that I, went to on the other side and then I just left really quickly. Okay, well that's good. So I can just teleport here, but because I have the what's it called? Jesus, yeah, I'll come back here, but I have all three and the Accelerator, so I can go back to. So I'm gonna use the Atreus Eye. Didn't know From Software made so many PS1 games. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah. Well, because there's also like one thing I don't really have like roughly memorized is the what's it called? The mecha stuff. Because I did go through like their entire list of games and I made 3 lists. Which one was the no, not this one. I made 3 lists. One was the one I'm using for the stream, which is Kingsfield, Dark Souls, and their derivatives, or Demon Souls rather, if you want to call. I don't know. Dark Souls is just such a big deal. It feels like that's like, even though Demon Souls precedes it, and it's very much an important spiritual predecessor. In my head, it's like the Dark Souls games, kind of like how like even playing Black Myth Wukong. Like, I think it's like will or something, but it's like I just think of the currency as souls, or like playing Elden Ring and their runes, or playing Bloodborne and their echoes, or what blood echoes or whatever, and it's like they're souls. Dark Souls just had that much of an impact, I think, that I feel like, it's not correct to say that they're, Demon Souls is a Dark Souls game, but it feels fair to lump it in, I don't know. Am I going the right way? Yes, I am. But anyway, my point being that, because they also made, the other 2 lists I made were, one was just sort of the mecha games, so like not just Armored Core, but everything else that they did, that is mecha, like Metal Wolf Chaos is the only one I really remember, to be honest. And then there's also, I made another list with the, everything else, basically. The one I especially remember is Lost Kingdom, because it was on the GameCube and I rented it at one point, and thus I can say it's the first FromSoft game I personally played, because I never played Kingsfield on the PS1, which would have been Kingsfield 2 and 3 if I had played them. Because my dad did have PS1, but we didn't really game as much with it, because I was younger, and my parents paid attention to the media we consumed. I guess I don't know. Then again, like thinking back, they probably would have been okay. Like, was this an M-rated game? I don't think so. No, this is the wrong way. I don't know. I remember with like Gauntlet Dark Legacy. I remember on the GameCube, my mom was like, I don't know. It mentioned having blood in it, and then I should show her, because it's still very like arcade. It's based off the arcade, or it's a sequel to the arcade game. Oh, that's right. It won't matter, but I did actually learn something while looking through the guide a while ago. But anyway, and then we showed her in the game, and it's just like, oh yeah, when you kill an enemy, it's just this little splash of blood. Like, it's fine. This game is fine for us. We can play it, and we played the shit out of Gauntlet Dark Legacy. But after that, my mom was, I think she sort of realized, like maybe she talked with my dad, and they sort of realized like, oh, our kids are. They understand fiction is fiction, and they're fine with because they once turned out, not even a few years after that, they were like, why is my, oh, that's right, it works differently. Oh, wrong. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I figured I learned how to open those in the guide, and are you fucking with me? They didn't even give me anything for. Okay, it just opens again. Alright, I was about to say, do I have to shoot an arrow and then just quickly turn around and leave? That'd be fucking annoying. But yeah. But I was gonna, so yeah, I don't imagine they'd be, I mean, that's it. I don't think I would have clicked with this game at all as a kid. I remember, one of the first games, my dad tried to get me to play Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past when I was young. Ooh. I mean, this is probably not a good weapon because I could have gotten ages ago. Yeah, it's just a normal battle axe. I just don't think I got one yet before. So, anyway, as I was saying, so my dad tried to get me to play Link to the Past, and he was walking me through it, but it didn't click for me. I really don't think I would have liked this game. I don't know, if I had a strategy guide, maybe, because the strategy guide would have made it just much more easier, I think. And at least I would have been able to do everything eventually. Oh, let me but at least at the was I still using Capricorn? Yeah, I'm still using Capricorn. I mean, that would have been great if I had this strategy guide and didn't spend $100 on it as an adult. I'm just saying. Yeah, this is probably not a good helmet because I probably like this is like early game stuff that I skipped. Dragon head, iron helm. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be as good as the ground helm or the. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Because I don't know what kind of games did I like as a kid. Because I like even anything like really like Pokemon. Like I played Pokemon so much that like when I replayed it for the professing Pokemon I did with Nun. I like beat it. I remember I beat it in 18 hours, and then he said he beat it in like 30 hours, and I was like, how? Like I did everything. I fought all the trainers. I got like I got every item almost. I got a bunch of hidden items that I remember finding as a kid, and I still have like internalized like where the 5th moonstone is, or because yeah, I'm pretty sure like I think if you pick up every, or maybe there's only 3 moonstones on the ground like in Pokeballs, but there's at least 1 or 2 more just hidden. Like one is in Mount Moon. It's like in the little passageway. Right before the super nerd, there's like a little divot out on the right that I think there's, if you like go in there and face up, you can get a moonstone. So I remember so many of those item locations. Like you can kind of intuit a lot of them after a certain point because they're in like, you know, yeah, like exactly like that, like a little path with a single tile in the end, or a lone tree or something like. But anyway, my point being that I played those games a lot as a kid, and I had the strategy guide, so I had everything. But now, you know, I've internalized a lot of those skills. That said, I do notice that when I get stuck, instead of like bashing my head against it, I'll tend to look up a strategy guide, look up like a game facts or something. Like I have a decent like base skill for stuff, but I have low tolerance for being stuck, I guess, and I will break and look up stuff relatively quickly. I'm just gonna put a bunch of Silveria's keys up because I do not fucking need these anymore. I was like stockpiling it, the Capricorn, and I have 10. I have 10. That's enough to like put one on every door in the game, I think. That I remember needing a guide for almost everything in Zelda games. Yeah, exactly. And even with the guide, like I'm pretty sure, no, we had the guide for Ocarina of Time, and that game just didn't click with me, I guess, because it took me a long time to beat it. It basically, by the time I beat it, I was, so that's the way it came out. I beat it a few years ago, finally, because I didn't, you know, not just me being older and better at games, but also me just having more diligence and interest. Like Ocarina of Time is, even if I didn't like Zelda or Dark Souls or stuff, because that you know, so like, you know, and Dark Souls is just as it's like a third person, you know, you swing a sword, like they very vague similarity, honestly. But I can also, I mean, I did remember it was really funny going through Ocarina of Time for the first time since I was a kid, and in the first dungeon, the Deku Tree, there's a part in the basement area where you like go around a room and then you like drop a what's it called, a brick, a block, you push it and make it and fall, and you basically, I was like, wait a minute, I just created a Dark Souls shortcut, like the kind that you do when you like kick a ladder down and are able to use the bonfire again. I was like, oh, that's okay. You know, obviously in a game that came out around this time, you know, and because this game doesn't really have those kind of shortcuts. But that was a pretty neat discovery, and the kind of thing that okay, so where was, oh, he was all the way down. Okay, gotcha. Can I do anything with the statue? Because this is a hero statue. I believe this is of Silveria. I have Silveria's sword. Yeah, statue of the hero. Yeah, this is Silveria because I have that sword right now. I wonder, I don't know. No, it doesn't do anything. Okay. I was just gonna see if like waving this up. If this isn't locked, I'm gonna freak out. Okay, sealed. Not even locked, sealed, so this probably won't open. Oh, I'm glad you liked the video. Thank you. because it's like the idea of talking about like you know, the character and arc themes has been on my mind for a while, probably since the Nenshin. I was starting to like pick up on like, oh, that's I don't even know where the fucking Orlan's key goes, and I was picking up on that as a thing. So it's, and yeah, it's finally out. Funky edited it. He did a good job, especially with the transitions. Like when I wrote it, I just wrote each section as it was because I didn't want to like try and lead them into each other, just to put through like, and anyway, like this after Frankie or whatever. But so him using the clip, like he did that on his own of picking like voice lines from the anime and that are relevant to like the fight and that I was talking about. Like that was his editor's choice, and I think it was a really good way to do the transitions well. Anyway, I got the seals, Dad, Elf Dad. I got the seals. Are you proud of me? And I didn't expect that to go that way, but I right up to him. Excelsior's not giving enough power yet. Is to grow a little bit more? Okay. Okay, so I can't. So I need to level up Excelitor, and then he can, because I have the seals, and he told me to come back with the seals. Okay. Well, unfortunate. Okay. Well, I came back here for no reason. I wish there was an easy way to teleport here, because I have the. Let me save real quick, and then I'll use the crown and explore mysterious ghost place. But anyway, yeah, so I'm glad to finally get that video out. As far as my next video is, so I finished Desperate Youth of a Happy Country, which was the last book that I have to read. So next for my Persona 1 and 2 videos and Eden of the East videos is all I really... So my plan is I'm going to, probably next year, I'm going to replay Persona 1 for the Snow Queen quest and then play Persona 2 Eternal Punishment. And then I will work on that video, the Persona video, and then for the Eden of the East one, I have a big media list, and I'm gonna go through all of it, a bunch of disaster media from Japan Sinks onward, especially trying to pick out interesting stuff in the same time period as Eden of the East, the 2000s and very, very early pre-Fukushima 2010s. Just because I want to look at pre-Fukushima disaster anime, and because again the whole video came up because of some things I noticed in Eden of the East, and I wanted to, comment on that and see if maybe I'll have less to say than I think, and I just won't do the video. But even if not, then just going through a bunch of other, maybe I'll have video ideas for some of the other stuff I'm going through instead on the way there. Yeah, Issue's Crown. And then aside from that, I did reach out to an editor for my manga video because I am not going to be able to edit that video in a satisfactory way. No! At least I just saved. I was like, oh no, wait, okay, nope, this isn't a path forward. I better turn around. And it was too late. Whoops. Anyway, back that up, and then I'll do my push-ups. Fuck, I dropped my controller. Push-up time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo. I haven't done push-ups in a minute, so I've been slacking because I've been working and I've been lifting boxes and stuff, so I'm more tired and have less energy overall. Like I slept for like 9 hours yesterday. Not straight, unfortunately, but I was in bed for 9 hours, let's say that. This is where I wanted, yeah, I was trying to like, wait, hold on, why am I not where I wanted to be? And it's like, right, because I teleported. Zoom along with me, no, I'm kidding. I mean, yeah, part of the whole reason, because I struggled to do 10 push-ups, and now, Okay. Yeah. Fucking microphone bugging out again. This thing has pissed me off. Continues to piss me off. I'm cursed. Great. Um, sorry about that. Yeah, I forget what I was talking about. I did my push-ups, doing push-ups. Oh yeah, dying a lot, and yeah, I died playing Kingsfield 1 8 times, and I died last stream 7 times. And I was going on. I started talking about how the bosses and how I can see the most times I'm gonna die in one of these streams is probably gonna be doing boss runs of like someone like Melania. So I was saying Melania and Dark Eater Midir are the only 2 bosses that I've fought and haven't legitimately beaten. And I say that because Dark Eater Midir I haven't beaten at all. And Melania I beat through a glitch because at least at that patch point in Elden Ring, which I forget what it was. It was one of the earlier ones, I want to say. It was around when Radon got nerfed. I remember because people were like, he's too hard, or he was rather hard, and I did beat him by then. But you know, I just remember at one point he got nerfed, and people were like, oh yeah, okay, whatever. But what happened there was the bug with if you beat the first phase of Melania with a critical, she'd start phase 2 with like 5% of her health, like literally 2 hits. So I remember running. I ran in and I got excited. I ran in to hit her twice, and then I went to tell my friend that I beat her and what about the bug that I ran into, and while that happened, my character died because I got the scarlet rot. Because you know when she lands in her first phase or in her second phase, she does like a flower of scarlet rot, and that had affected me while I was literally away from my. So it was really weird to be fucking like just talking to my friend and I just hear my character die, and I didn't know how, and I was like, oh, it's scarlet rot. But yeah, so I as I was saying, my point being is that like yeah, I haven't really like legitimately beaten Melania. And there are other bosses that I haven't fought, like a lot of the Dark Souls 2 DLC bosses, or what's it called? All the other Scholars of First Sin, but I don't know how hard they are because I haven't fought them. But my point being is that like yeah, I can see those being the time, because it's like I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna die in 5 minutes, I'm gonna do push-ups, so just an hour. That's like we're talking like a good. That's a good few deaths. Let's just say that. Oh, magic learned. Cool. And lady. Hello, ma'am. What is your name? Just use a magic mirror instead of just asking you like a normal human being. The Yvette Beans. Beans. Alex Trap. Wait, what? No. Alex Trap's her fiance. Alex Bean. Okay. This is a really good holy shit, this is so funny. So Alex trapped her fiance Sal in the castle. She's not happy with this because like yeah, the castle with the evil king John, I guess but Alex I guess was protecting her with that. um um yeah, no, exactly. Side of you guys, like, cause yeah, I did die, but I was like, oh no, and then I was like, oh no, I just like I don't even think I had to make the boss rush back because I probably hit or at least activated the bond or whatever the bond. Yeah, and I don't know if I sat down because I died. No, I definitely didn't sat down because I died, but it was no problem. But anyway, and then so yeah, this lady has the key that I'll need to save Sal, but then it's like, oh yeah, you'll have to listen to her sob story. Just pretend to be interested. It's like, damn, she probably is going to go. She's got like a morning veil on. Like, give her a break. Sounds to come back from the castle. Oh, wait. Interesting. Wait, didn't they just, she, Alex's fiance. Oh, that was confusing. Hold on. Cause like, I mean, if Alex and Sal are engaged, that's great, but I just wouldn't, you'd expect that in a game from 1996. Maybe I misread that. And new characters. Yeah, I did not rewatch the last stream, so because I usually rewatch the streams and write down the lore stuff, but I haven't done that for the last one yet. So now I'll have 2 to do. Oh yeah, Alex did seal the castle, but he sealed Sal inside the castle. Okay. Oh wait, you bitch! I hid the key in the cemetery. Yeah, I mean, I was already gonna check out every. See, it's. I don't know why I like this, but it's like when I look at every tombstone because I want to, I'm like, yeah, that's fine. But when I look at every tombstone because I have to, I'm like, that's kind of fucking annoying. Actually, that's a little double standard of me, I guess. Let me. Okay, wait, this is. Oh, Yvette's fiance in the castle. Okay, that makes sense. I misread it. Now I understand. So Yvette and Sal are engaged, and then 10 years ago, Alex sealed Sal in the castle. Okay, now I get it. I misread that. Okay, now I understand. But now I can write a fanfic about how Alex trapped Sal in the castle on purpose because he loved him. But, oh no, more fanfics, no! My fans being like, no, stop writing, I just want you to make videos. As they vote with their time by not reading my... No, I'm kidding, I don't care. I even tweeted it late, like, yeah, no one's really gonna care about this. And sure enough, no one did. I said I will try to sell the Hunter x Hunter fic more because that fic means a lot more to me, and I do really want more people to read it. Or the Precure one's just like... I mean, I'm not going to do anything with this, so it's like, why not throw it out there on the chance that someone will read it and like it? Because I do think it's, what I have is good, even if it's like not going to be a complete story ever, So, like, I really like the main two characters. They have good duality. They're funny. I like my character. Like, there was jokes that I wrote. Like, I love writing jokes and then forgetting about them and coming back and reading them because it's like, of course it's my style of humor because I only wrote the joke that because I thought it was funny, and then ghost. They're so hard to see. Like look, you can't see that ghost. You literally can't. I mean, you can, but you have to. If I know where to look, like, it's so rude. How dare you force me to check everything? Excuse me, I was gonna do. Yeah. Well, because I guess that's the thing, is like, if I check everything because I want to and miss something, then that's fine, because that way I thought that I checked everything, but I was wrong. But now if I like don't find the key, then I have to go back and check everything again because now I'm looking for something specifically. I guess like that's one reason I made up to be angry about this. Oh God, there's some. I mean, even when I first saw it, I was like, oh no, I'm literally going to check every single one of these, aren't I? And but it's like, that's fine, I guess. I was gonna do it anyway, but anyway. Oh yeah, I was talking about videos, I guess. Because yeah, I reached out to someone who can hopefully edit the manga video. If that doesn't work out, is there a ghost there? No, it's just, see that the draw distance is also not helpful because it's making me think there's ghosts when there aren't ghosts. But yeah, so I reached out for someone who can hopefully edit the manga video. If that doesn't happen, then maybe I'll ask Funky again, because he did a good job with the Bleach One Piece video. And the manga video is going to be about over a half hour long, but the editing is going to be more, because it's like, I don't know, I could learn how to do certain things, but it's like, I don't really want to spend that time. Like, I'd rather work on other videos. Especially because like video game videos especially are relatively easy to edit, and right now like after the That's Obvious video, which is going to be annoying because it requires a lot of different footage from a lot of different sources, like after that is going to be my Toriyama tribute video on the games that he's had a hand in, like Blue Dragon and Go-Go Akman and Tobal. And that's where those are, less talked about games, and I already have all the footage, so like editing video game stuff is relatively easy. And then the Persona video. Game that's hard. Yeah, that's a good point. Hard ghosts being hard to see is more accurate. Well, yeah. But anyway, because yeah, my whole hope for like if not for the fact, if I liked editing videos, I probably wouldn't even reopen my Patreon. because honestly, that like, because I want to keep making videos, but it's just been hard to find the time and energy to do so. Like I used to be able to crank those fuckers out, right? Like looking back to when I was doing things a while ago, it's like, damn, I can't do that anymore. But anyway, so you know, so like one of the ways I've like that Bleach One Piece video, like 20 minutes, that would have taken me so like a long time to edit. Oh my god, it's right there, isn't it? And the very special looking tombstone. God, I was like complaining about like wasted time. And I have to go around though. I can't just. Oh, this game is funny. Okay, well, see, now I feel like I don't even need to look anymore because I just need to. Hold on, let me use my. Okay, I guess yeah, I'll probably go like around, and nope, maybe not. I'll figure it out because I know the vague. Yeah. Anyway, this is gonna be fun. And then but I don't know what video I'm gonna start next because like I think I'm kind of giving up, especially now that I got my new. If I wasn't working, I probably would have been able to do my what's it called? I was trying to do monthly videos for a while, but after not being able to do anything last month, and like even if Funky had finished the editing like a few days earlier, and even if I was able to get out this video last month, I still would not have been able to finish the next one this month. Oh, is this a cat? What is this? I would not have been able to finish the obvious video this month, I don't think, even, unless I put a lot of extra time into it. And I just really struggling to find the energy between like work and other annoying energy consumers like my morning I described with, you know, just so many little annoying things draining me. So yeah, I don't know if there's so many ghosts. They're not even dangerous. They just hit me with curse and like 2 damage. Is that what is that? Oh, is that the castle? No. Whoa. Is that the Moonlight Sword? What? Oh, because I have the Itria seal. The broken Moonlight Sword. Right? The nation's future lies in your hands. Thanks, Alex. Oh, this is Alex's grave. Right, because I have the seals I could, but that is... No, it's not a weapon because it's broken. Yep. Sweet. The Holy Moonlight Sword that Gyra had at the end of the Dark King. That's all. Yeah, I haven't actually picked it up since Kingsfield 1. And I haven't because it was only there at the very end of the game in Kingsfield 2. Neat. Anyway, oh, I just turned around in a circle. But anyway, so yeah, yeah, I gave up on making the monthly videos because I think they'll just be better if I try not to force it, and especially with the amount of time I'm able to spend. But yeah, the editors is a big thing, and hopefully helping because I can just ideally make a script, record it, and then just send it out there. Especially if it's like simple enough, like MG's watching Infinite Revias, and I had the idea back when I rewatched it in 2022 that like, oh, maybe I could do a video on this, and then I felt like not doing it because I just wasn't really feeling like YouTube. But if I had, you know, but now if I rewatch Revias trying to make a video on it, I could literally just like record the script, send it to MG, and he'll edit it because I know, you know, he's edited stuff for me before. He's reliable. He's not finished with the show, but you know, it's not a long show. It wouldn't be that hard to watch. I should probably not get too aggressive with these ghosts because I probably won't actually like. They probably just keep respawning, honestly. Okay. Oh, is that a giant skeleton? Oh no, that is a giant skeleton. Oh no, he got me. I didn't refill my gold potions, did I? Oh yeah, I did. Cool. And I just got hit again. I'm so stupid. Where's my bloodstones? I don't want to use another gold potion. And I missed. Great. Oh yeah, do you have like a different truth glass? Sight. Oh no, yeah, it's just no, this seems, yeah, this is just he's just bigger, so he doesn't count as anything special, I guess. Hehehe. Oh, there's gotta be, my brain's telling me there's something in here. No, that was not. I thought I heard, did I not hear rumbling? Was that something else? Oh, that was probably that door closing. Oh my fucking god. That's so funny. I heard it stone shifting. I was like, haha, I found a secret door. And then no, I didn't. I didn't find a secret door actually. So this is gonna open because I have the seals? Yep, okay. Well, I'll come back later because that looks really important. And I want to continue exploring this place first and find out how to get that fucking key. I'm going in, I don't want to get hit by the ghosts, so I'm just waiting for my magic to recharge. So yeah, I don't know what video I'm gonna start next because I don't know if well, maybe, I don't know, because what I was trying to do when I had more free time was do like multiple videos at once. So I'd do like a little like, so I guess to give an example for like the 3 I'm working on down. So like for the That's Obvious video, I'd look through and decide what clips I'm using and note them down so that I can find them. For the Toriyama Games video, I'd play a bit of Blue Dragon, and then for the Persona video, I'd do some of the reading or play some Persona. But now I don't really have time to do more than one of those things in a day, so I'm probably just gonna like pick one video and then do extra, like, whatever video is like closest to completion, and then do that, so that way like I can just keep going on a few little things, and then yeah, I'll get stuff done eventually, gradually, slowly, but surely. Where is this? Where I started? I think, yeah, I bet this is where. Yes, this is back at the beginning. Okay, so I want to go around south, because yeah, north is where I teleported to. I already explored it. Because yeah, there's that one little passageway with that key, I assume. There's a save right there. Okay, let's go to the save. But yeah, what else can I talk about? Trying to think. Yeah, I think. I don't know. I don't know how close I am to beating this game because like I just cleared another map. Like I feel like now I'm at the point because the maps are just so much like quicker. I think that it's hard to judge because like Kingsfield 1 was only 5 floors and it took one, and we did it in 5 streams, right? And even then I feel like we did like the last 2 floors in like 1 stream. Because the fifth floor was relatively shorter. Kingsfield 2 was like 14 maps. Yeah, no, 14 or 16, but again some of those being really small. It's probably just another save, right? Yeah. So this one is 20 maps, but we're over halfway done. But yeah, I just since I have the seals, I thought we were getting we're getting closer to the end, but who knows? So yeah, this is yeah, I guess there's really nowhere to go. Okay, I guess I have to find another way through to the. Oh wait, unless there wouldn't be a secret door here. Like the wall's meant to keep things out. Like it's secret doors in dungeons that are meant to hide things. Unless there's just like a invisible wall, or not, or rather the opposite, a wall that looks like one of these, and I can just push through it and just walk. I mean that happened. No. Got too close for and let me refill my potion. Like the time I fell on the floor in the last game. Oops. Let me, no, not that one. Yeah, there's no way there's gonna be like oh well. I'll figure it out another time. How's Rain Cup been? Yeah, it's been fun. I'm interested in what's going on, but apparently we're on a what's supposed to be a really good trial with the or chapter 2. Some people in chat said that it was some of their favorite stuff in Kodak stuff. Period. Not even just rain code. So looking forward to that. It's definitely had a strong start. Such good acting. Oh god. So yeah, I'm curious as to what's going on. We got the investigation next time, and then the hopefully the labyrinth the time after that. That's chapter 2 out of 5 or 6. I don't know, because that's the thing. It's like yeah, the school one. Because since like Danganronpa, I was so used to having such a specific structure that like, you know, it's like, oh, it's gonna be 6 chapters, right? And you kind of expect like, so even playing V3 for the first time, there's a level at which I kind of know what I'm getting into. But Raincoat, it's like, well, they already hit you with chapter 0, and then the prologue, you know, before even the prologue. So it's like, I don't know if it's gonna be chapter. I expect it's gonna be at least chapter 5 or 5 chapters, because someone said something about chapter 5 being good. Oh hey, Gargoyles from the opening and the cover of the book. Are you guys dangerous? I wonder. No, this is just the castle. Okay, sweet. The dragon spring's here, right? And I have Lynn's ring. Okay. Are those spiders, or that's just a fence? Okay. Yeah, cool. I made it to the Verdite Castle, where oh, this is the dragon spring, isn't it? So that means I can use Lynn's ring and talk to Alex, I guess. Is what she said, or see Alex or something. Yeah. That didn't do anything. Well, maybe it healed me, but I can test that actually. Let me or that it wouldn't restore my, because yeah, it's not doing anything now, just activating it. Wait. Oh, hello. This is our main character of the last game. I was you a few weeks ago. Don't see him as your father. Okay. The tomb, your tomb there was made by those who desire to take your life. Okay. The holy sword you carry is not the correct one. That's, I guess, the you only need the power of the sword of light. Gyro will endow the light upon this. Okay, so we're going to the last boss of the last game is going to power up the moonlight sword again. Okay, your subjects are awaiting you. Okay, well, if Lynn had a little, well, I guess how would she have gotten there without the? Oh, I can't talk to him again. Okay, well, okay. Each chapter gets progressively better. Okay, that's really cool. I know, because that's the thing. It's like, again, as I even said last time, is that like, because my original experience with Danganronpa 1 was trial 1, like, yeah, it literally has the killer's name on the wall. It's kind of hard to be super invested in the mystery, and there's also so much you don't know about the main overall like the last chapter recontextualizes so much and adds like there's a reason my Danganronpa video spends so much time talking about like the whole grand picture, because it's so important even to the smaller chapters, right? You really can't just you know right. So with Rain Code, I'm sure you know, or I'm curious to see as to how the final stuff will like recontextualize, because like, you know, there was even the ghost chapter, the ghost like what's it called, request, where almost shouldn't have done that, or didn't want to do that, and the comment of it being more of a thematic thing than a you know, because it was just like, oh, ghosts are in the setting now, okay, but yeah, it's just like, yeah, in my experience with these Danganronpa, having the full game will make it easier to think about it, right? Like, again, I'm liking it so far, but it's, again, especially, it's just harder to say, like, oh, yeah, this is worse than any Danganronpa game, or this is better than any, like, I don't know, I haven't finished the whole thing, and that's really where it's going to shine, so, but I am liking it and interested so far, and I'm engaged, that's important. Oh yeah, foreshadowing arrows. See, and that's the big part of the reason why when I did my Danganronpa V3 video, I made sure to, I played it twice in the span of like a month, because it's been like, I needed to have the full picture, and for that reason I was able to make one of my first videos that still holds up today to a degree. Like, it's not one of my best videos, but I still think that like my V30 video is like it's closer to my current content than it was close to the stuff before it, right? And I think a big part of that is because I played it twice and I really did my best to understand it and argue in its favor. Even though, especially because it was so contentious at the time, and it still is, I think, to a degree. Did I just go backwards? I just went backwards. Oh yeah, see, I thought I was in a, yeah, I wasn't paying attention to the doors. I thought it was a new one. Whoops. But yeah, so where Raincoat, it's like it doesn't have like. I don't know. Raincoat doesn't feel like it made as much of a splash. I'm also just disconnected with like discourse and stuff in general. Like, because I was even thinking about what was I thinking about? I feel like there's something I'm going through that I realized like I just don't know what people think about it generally because I just don't hear that much. And I don't go out of my way to look stuff up. So yeah. Oh, I went the wrong way. But yeah, like I know bits and pieces about how Raincoat is, but really I don't have a good picture of how people, have responded to it, and I know it's not at least loved, but even Danganronpa has its haters, so whatever, it's fine. Yeah, if this is a map, then this is like there's like nothing here. So I imagine the palace is just gonna be the rest of the game, actually, for the most part. Because it seems like it's fucking huge. And whenever I get the, that's a different, that just looks like a different model. And when I get the royal key, I can go back to the Path of Death and get the whatever was in that chest that was locked. Starting us off strong. Ow. Did that do anything? I just didn't target the right one. I missed. Ow, I'm slowed. Oh, this is bad. Let me, Bloodstone. Nope, that didn't work. Oh, why does it go for the one in the back when I want to hit the... Oh, no, it did. It killed him. No, he didn't kill him. You guys are just fucking weird. Get down here so I can hit you with my sword. Jesus, what's wrong with you guys? Okay, I did kill that one. Okay, I'll kill another one. Okay, good. These guys are fucking silly. No much negative. Okay, pretty positively received. Okay, that's good. Is this Aladdin's? No, this doesn't look like where Aladdin's key would go. Nope. Okay, but it looks like a key goes there. Probably. Oh, two. Oh, probably like the shrine keys or something where I just need weirdly shaped. Okay, I'll try and vaguely remember where that is so I can come back later. Okay, when I find the two things. I guess that's what I should say about what little I know about Raincoat's discards. It's not as divisive as Danganronpa's feels, especially V3. Horse Knight. I guess that's just a knight. A chess knight. This game just gave me a bunch of moonstones, so I should feel more cool with using magic. If it does anything, I feel like it didn't do shit. Do you have like a magic resistance? Okay. High magical power. Oh, serving Seath? What? I thought Seafood was our guy. We were fighting with him. So wait, I need Gyra's sword to fight Knights of Seath. Huh. They're flipping. I feel like the holistic view could be interesting because. Huh. I hope he dies soon. Yeah, because I'm probably gonna replay most of the like all 3 of these games for my Kingsfield video, which will go way faster, just because I'll be using, willing to use guides for just making sure I go the right way and trying to get, I might even find like cheat engine stuff just to give me the truth glass as soon as possible, so that I can look at everybody's stats and stuff, like look at every single NPC and enemy's information. But yeah, because I don't know that if that video will be a priority, but because I want to wait at least until I finish Kingsfield 4. But if I play, there's also the Kingsfield additional games, which that's one gap that I could potentially fill with me playing it now, because the Kingsfield additional games are being translated now and could come out in a relatively reasonable time frame. Oh boy, I'm slowed. Okay, dodged. Okay, that was. Am I still slowed? Or I'm like less slowed, I guess. Let me do. These guys are the gatekeepers. Okay. But yeah, I was gonna say, like, doing it, because like that's the thing. As far as the lore goes, I feel like the as I understand it, like the trilogy is more connected. So like talking about Kingsfield 4 and additional is probably like they're probably just gonna be their own things. But hey, if no one else talks about the lore of Kingsfield additional, or if I find some of the actual Kingsfield trilogy lore lacking, and of course, again, like I can also offer like thematic analysis that I feel like most lore YouTubers are probably less interested in. Ow. That's hurting. So yeah, just thinking about, like, videos always. I've been doing it for so long that, oh yeah, my Prometheus armor. Or whatever. I should probably go back and get that 1 point. Okay, I'll keep going for now. I'm here. What the fuck is that? Is there like a... It's terrifying. Is there like a fucking Dark Souls dragon or Demon Souls dragon just like shooting fire at me? Like, what was that? I don't want to die. These fights are tedious. I don't want to do them again. God, that I don't look forward to, because killing all the bosses means I have to kill those fucking dragons again. So that'll be like a Q&A stream of like, oh, I gotta kill this fucking dragon in Demon Souls with an arrow slowly over the course of like 20 minutes. So you guys want to chill and chat? I don't know. That said, every stream is really a Q&A stream, because it's like, what am I gonna do? Not answer your questions? Like, oh, wrong one. Oh well. Oh, they only take 3 hits. Yeah. Not worth the magic on those guys. The big guys, though, they're different. Oh, and I'm slowed. Now it's worth magic. It missed? Come on, shitty spell. Okay, come on. Where's my gold potion? Did I use them both already? I used them both already. Great. So let me do Bloodstone, so I can move out of here. Okay, cool. Use some Moonstone. Come on. Ugh. Okay, well, you're annoying. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. I think this, especially like the Souls games, are going to be interesting because I've played them already, so I'm going to have like a better idea of like what to expect, and you know, I want getting all the NPC stuff and all that. Oh, this is another floor map. Okay, damn, I'm just fucking okay. So in that case, who's that? Ew, you're gross. What are you? Wall ghost. Huh. Running through like I know the area. Oh, hello. Beds. Child's beds. Empty child's beds. Huh. That's some... I mean, I don't know, think about the environmental storytelling there, and it's like... I mean, yeah, no, I don't imagine very many people live in the castle, but also what was the significance of it originally? Or did they keep orphans in the castle or something? I don't know. Nope, wrong one. Oh, I want to turn around. Anyway, what else should I talk about? How do you feel about the characters? Oh, sorry, I missed that earlier. The Raincoat character, yeah, I mean, Shinigami is funny, and you know, I'm liking, interested in them so far. You know, nothing amazing yet, but I feel like that's just sort of a given the position of the game, especially the fact that like, because like again, one big difference between Danganronpa and Raincoat is just the fact that like, because with Danganronpa, like compare Chapter 2, for example, where it's like this is the last time you're going to see, you know, Mondo and Chihiro, so they have to give you all their interesting character stuff in that chapter, or you're never really going to get, except for the free times, you're never really going to get anything, and they can't do too much in the free times because like, you know, you're not going to really be expected to go through them until after the game. You've already beaten the game. But then obviously with this game is that like, because like I don't really expect any of the main characters to die, at least not till later in the game. It's like they can wait and build up to, you know, like we got stuff from Holera, but it's like, oh nice, Excelsior up. So let me check my stats with that. So 83, 76, 38. Oh, that's better. Holy shit, yeah, sweet. And it might, I wonder, I don't know if it's upgraded. I'll keep exploring here, and then at some point I will go back and see what's up with Leon and see if he wants to. Yeah, we're using the Excel. Oh, it's so much faster too. Yes, and no, it didn't kill it in one hit, but I thought see, they make sounds, and I'm like, oh, are those dying sounds? Okay, 2 hits though. That was better. I think it died in 2 hits. Yeah, it's gone. Nice. But yeah, so yeah, like I don't know, it's funny. Like Shinigami is pretty standout, so, but it's weird to call her my favorite because it's like, oh nice. Because you know, but like at least as far as like, yeah, I don't know, she's just a lot, and she's over the top, and she's silly, and that's fun in its own way. But I feel like she's not gonna survive being my favorite in a sense. But I don't know, maybe there will be some interesting stuff with her down the line, because obviously there's the whole like Yuma's past is very up in the or in the dark, you know. So who knows? Yes. Okay, this sword's cool. Strong sword. I will take it. Oh, and it recharges so fast. Holy shit, it's so good. But yeah, no, I'm liking the game, and I expect to continue to like it. Especially if it's like more or less like yeah, getting better every chapter. Like yeah, because if chapter 2 stand, even if chapter 3 and 4 like hypothetically aren't as good as chapter 2, like if I'm already engaged and enjoying it enough, but like by just chapter 0 and chapter 1, then it's like yeah, I only enjoy it more. Um, I think yeah, honestly for me the question is less like am I going to like it? It's more like am I going to like it enough to want to like make a video on it in the sense because like I have heard someone say it's like it advances on the ideas of Danganronpa V3, and of course I also have like Kodako's other stuff to consider like obviously like just the fact that it's dealing with justice is making me think of Akudama Drive, which I already did a video on. But I don't know, that's my question. It's like, am I gonna make? Because I've already made a video on like so many Kodaka things. Like Death Come True, I really don't feel the need to make a video on because it's so it's pretty straight. I feel like it's just it's the ideas are very familiar, right? Like and I feel like it's not quite as interesting to me in that way, as it, because like and it's also just not quite like it's interesting for being experimental more than it like but like the actual production isn't that like strong. I guess if that makes sense. But I had a fun. It was a pretty engaging 2 hours. But yeah. Oh, you shoot poison. Okay, so if I just equip my silver. Oh yeah, I don't need my aquarium boots. So then I'll do. I'm not using wind spells, so I'll just there. Now I'm basically immune to poison. But yeah, I'll just explore as much. I'll explore it and then I'll go back out to refill my 3 flasks and then because I can teleport pretty close by, so yeah, didn't get poisoned, fuck you. Oh yeah, you died in 1 hit, fuck yeah. But yeah, so that's my question with Raincoat is again less like am I going to like it because I expect to enjoy it. It's like am I going to feel like it's worthwhile enough to make a video on it? Well, World's End Club was really cute. I just feel like it did justify itself as being a game, but I feel like for me I would have liked it to be like a 39 or 50 episode like kids show series because I just feel like that would just give them a little bit more time to like there was already like the gameplay dialogue balance for the type of game as it was. It's like the kind of puzzle platformer it was. I just feel like it was already leaning so much towards the story and characters that like I really don't need to have these platforming segments. And it's not like it would be weird. Oh, that guy just dropped a wind crystal. I need to be better about killing all the enemies. I keep skipping them, but it's like every random guy can drop something really cool. So they really do want you to kill everything at one point in the game or another. But yeah, I do think. Oh, that's right. I was gonna. If I bring up World's End Club in any context, it's probably gonna be in because I did have because Moon Channel did his like, oh, why do you kill gods in Japanese games and stuff, or JRPGs rather, and I remember liking that video, but now it's kind of like poisoned in a sense of just the fact like since like the Weave Crew talked about it with Joe and Joe went out about like how it's like, oh, for a guy who claims to be a Japanese expert, he seems to get a lot of things wrong, and so because specifically the idea I wanted to look into because as I understand it, like the Christian God is, defined by his love. Like he knows all, he understands all, but he loves humanity. Where, and obviously he's derived from like where apparently I've seen, the Gnostic demiurge is more, cruel and manipulative, and in a way they're kind of conflated in Japanese stories, right? Like where they use Christian imagery to portray a manipulative god figure that's more akin to what I understand of Gnostic mythology. And so I kind of basically I'd want to do a deep dive into that myself and like look into Christianity and Gnosticism and them in Japan. And World's End Club is just an example of, I guess, because like he's actually relative. Ooh, what is that? I guess relative to a lot of the other examples I can think of, because the main antagonist, Mike, he was also like, he did love humanity, but and that's why he did the actions that he did in manipulating them and controlling them, because he wanted to protect them in a toxic way. What is that? What happened? What did I just jump? Oh, wait. Oh, no, I'm just going inside. Okay. So it's just an interesting example, and also just like I think subject like the fact that it's such a like ubiquitous idea that you can explore it in a children's game, I guess, is something like you know, because which is something that's I mean not that like a lot of the there are other RPG like Last Bible is also like that. I'm sure just RPG generals like anyone can play them for the most part. What is that? What is that little? Is that a little person or is he sitting down? Oh, he's sitting down. Is it Sal? Yeah, I found him. He's been surviving here. Oh my god, rats and moldy. Oh, he dreams of mistake. Oh yeah, and man, whoever wrote these truth glass entries was not into Yvette. Like, damn, they're a bit mean actually, to be honest. And I didn't need the key to find them at all. In order to get, I'll need the 4 corridor key. Oh, that was that key that I saw? Okay, so I need to get around to that grave, that big special looking grave, and that will give me one of the corridor keys, but there's 3 more. Okay. Okay, Ent has 2 of them. Okay. Dude, moldy bread, after 10 years, it's not moldy bread anymore. It's dust. It's fucking dust. He had the other 2 keys, but he lost one. So he should have one of the keys. Oh, he left a... No, never mind. Wait, I have it? I have it? What do you mean I have it? I didn't find it. Did I find it and not realize it? I don't have it. Unless it's this... What? I guess the game just assumes that you've gotten it by this point? Because I'm pretty sure I don't have it. That's funny. Or like he only has 1 string of like he doesn't have dialogue for if I didn't have the key. He just assumed, but I don't. Is that like fucking Gyra or something or Seath? Oh, okay, no, that's just a fucking creepy hand. That's so much better. Oh no, that's more than a creepy hand. This is actually. I'm in danger. That's funny. Jesus Christ. The Gabs did a lot for my joining the characters early on. Yeah, no, the Gabs are neat. They're fun. I want more. Like, oh my god, it was so adorable in the last stream where she like, she like tries to leave, and she like runs towards the kitchen area of the sub, and she's like, I went the wrong way, and it's just like she's so cute. Okay, well first I'm gonna find out what you are, you elf-looking bitch. And then I'm gonna fucking kill your ass. Blood demon. Oh, that's fun. Ow. Ow. Oh, there's a lot of hands. Holy shit. Oh, drag him into the darkness. I see. Well, that sucks. Don't get hit by that. Yeah, Fubuki. What did I say? Did I say Fubuki? Or did I not say Fubuki? I'm sorry. I meant Fubuki. Yeah, she's cute, and I want to learn more about her. I expect she'll be chapter 3. Maybe 4. Okay, you didn't take... Wait, you die differently than your hands? That's so annoying. Did they drain my magic? This is so annoying. Yeah, Fubuki's probably the character I'm most like curious about, but someone also said Vivi is like their favorite character in anything Kodak has done, and that's a very full statement. So I'm very curious as to how he will. Oh, this is bad. I'm in a very bad spot. Yeah, they're draining my magic. Okay, that's what's happening. So don't bother with the moonstones. Just smack them. Okay, until after. At least I die easy. 2 at a time, too. Are they connected? Or am I just getting really lucky? Oh no, they are. They're like 2 hands to 1 demon. Okay. Yeah, now I understand how they work. Okay. God, what was the one line Fubuki had? Oh, extraordinary? Ordinary? So they're very ordinary. And it's like, I mean, that's, I mean, I understand why you, like, oh, what is this? Like, oh, that looks like a elemental bracelet or something. But yeah, like, I can understand, like, it's just, she's very silly and it's very good. I forget, oh, the global I think just recovers my health. Ebony bracelet, whoa. Yeah, I think those, it looked like it has the 5 elements on it, because if I look at my elemental stats, I bet they're all going to go up. So 85 holy and 36 earth defense. So let me, Yep, there it goes. So I got a bunch of elemental damage increase, so that's going to be sick, actually. When that, especially on top of the Accelerator. Hi, Titan. Well, hi, Titania. I haven't seen you in a while. Nice to hear from you. Yeah. Just playing more Kingsfield, and video came out earlier, which is, you know, I guess that's a reason for the stream to be active. It's like, wow, if I put out more content, people react. What do you know? But you know, new job and just general fatigue. It's harder to do stuff, but I don't know. I'm plugging along, and you know, things are things. I was about to say things are good, but then that just killed him in 1 hit because of the new ebony bracelet, and I also got a level up too. So okay. Anyway, I guess I'll just sluggishly move here. Yeah. I forget what I was talking about. Oh yeah, Master Detective Archives rank code. Okay, I guess that's like a question, is if anyone happens to have seen a good rank code video that's like doing, you know, the kind of thing I would do and analyzing it. I'd be curious. Not that I'd check it out anytime soon, but I would wait. I'd obviously wait until I finish the game, but don't know if I'd replay the game, because especially if I want to use quotes, I'd have to. Oh, there's a new video. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I did. It's a One Piece and Bleach video. I'm sort of talking about how. Oh, excuse me. I readjusted myself in that air escape. I was just talking about how like they kind of structure their stories in a way where like the characters have individual themes, and then the arcs they go through will have themes, like sort of like Zoro's of like what to make a swordsman versus like Enies Lobby's idea of power, and then they'll sort of play between those and, you know, sort of talk about that. So yeah, I think it was a neat idea. People seem to be liking the video from the what I've been hearing about it, so you know, which is good, because I was definitely worried, like, am I getting the idea across properly? Should I go more in and be more direct about it? You know, not that the video needed to be longer, but I mean, it is it is a 20-minute video, so I feel like I haven't had one of those in a minute. But maybe I just haven't, because I think the Yobaha one was like 16 minutes, 15 minutes. So, yeah. Yeah. This is the way I want to go. New content. Yes, I've been hearing they've already added some stuff. Like, I think Ukitake got a flashback in this last core, or something, and and Kubo's been talking about stuff that might get added to core 4, because or at least hints alluding to stuff. Like, apparently he said it. What was it? He said a name during a production meeting, and some of the staff were like, "Whoa!" And something like that. I heard about. So I'm interested. I'm interested in watching 1,000 Year Blood War, but I'm probably gonna watch. I've mentioned before. My plan is to watch the rest of the Bleach anime first, because I want to. I don't know, like, just in general, same reason I'm watching One Piece and I have an idea for Naruto too, where I like, because I've already talked about them so much in the context of the manga. I do want to add to the discussion in regards to the anime, because I have such a good grasp on the content, and I'm able to, I you know, like with Bleach is interesting. Oh, I found a video that are negative. Okay, ooh. Yeah, see, okay, so you're giving me reasons to make a rain code video if I walk away from the game satisfied and interested, and there isn't really anything else doing that. That's good. I mean, like, oh, hopefully some people are doing some neat things, but also like I approach things from in such a specific way, and I'm also, to toot my own horn, I'm decent at it. So like my Danganronpa video, like I feel like, I don't know, if someone else could have made that video, show them to me, please. I would like to know who else could like come at Danganronpa and come up with these like really interesting points and ideas, because I think that's a really strong video. That's like some of the best, because I don't know, one of the things is like, it's partly a me thing, but it's also partly the things I'm going through. But I feel like it has to be a specific. It's got like me finding something I really like, but also am pulling out ideas I really think are interesting. Like that's like the ideal. So for Danganronpa, that video being such a long, maybe these aren't intended to be child beds. They just look like that to me for some reason. But anyway, I was saying like, because like, yeah, with Danganronpa, it's like that was years of me like understanding Danganronpa and getting to this point where I like am able to pull some what I think are really interesting things about like One Piece. I'm at that level where like, especially my Wano video and my, to a lesser extent, my Blackbeard video, or no, both of them had some neat ideas, but also it's like with One Piece, it's like predictive, where Danganronpa is basically over. Like I'm pretty sure with Danganronpa S, we can reasonably say, and the fact that like because again, rumors of Ultra Spirit Girls 2 being conflated because of like Kodaka looking for people who can do 3D environments or 3D walk around environments, and that turning out to be rain code. It's like, yeah, we're probably not seeing Ultra Spirit Girls 2, right? Like I really don't see a actual a full Danganronpa game coming out in any capacity. So so I can look at the franchise now and just go like, this is everything that it is. Where with One Piece, it's like I had like with my 3-act structure video, Egghead wasn't really the low point that I was expecting, and I don't know what is it really going to be the low point for Act 3, or is it just going to be less of a low point? Because like that's the tricky part with like talking about low points for like multiple low points, because obviously like if you're doing a movie or something, well, like what's the lowest low point? It's like, well, this is Act 2, but for a long form story, it's like you can't have multiple low points, and also because like Ace dying is obviously like the biggest low point in the entire story, so it's easy for me to say, but then it's like, but it's also not the low point of the war, basically, if that makes sense. Like it's so, there's so many like little things like that, right? Like or like the Saboti low point is at the auction house, but the low point of Act 2 that propels the story into its third act being the war is like the Kuma, the Kizaru and the Centaur and the Pacifista. Like that's the low point of so it's like that point is lower emotionally than the auction house stuff, but it's not the low point of Saboti, right? So it's like that's where it gets weird. So with Egghead, I was predicting that's going to be the low point of Act 3, and maybe it still is structurally, because like they did win, but also like I guess like they didn't really lose that much. So it's but like there's things that it's building up to. It's so, I don't know, it's weird. So maybe I was wrong, and that's fine. But I still think a lot of my points about the rest of the story hold up. But that's why it's hard for me to just make like definitive like evergreen One Piece videos, because like that's why what Shaves talks about, why he's waiting to make One Piece content, is because he wants it to be over, and he thinks that like, because like my Luffy video could have been better if I was talking about Luffy's entire character arc. Like I still think that arc's really good, and for what it is of just like talking about like just Saboti. Oh, Kamjiro was supposed to. No, no, yeah, I feel like you were good enough at explaining why you felt the way, like, because you had a lot of comments on the Bleached podcast, and I think they're fair. Like, I like, if you say something and it's not wrong, then it's completely fair, right? And people can have even Verde. I'm like, so I'm trying to make a point regarding Tanya's feelings on Bleach, that it's like, oh, shiny thing in the video game. And then getting distracted by that. But anyway, yeah, like I don't think you said anything. Bad writing and just a wish. Yeah, well, because like I think the problem I see, the biggest problem I see with people trying to make criticism is that they're not really approaching it with like the vast potentials of storytelling in mind. They're approaching it from their personal taste, but rather than framing it as their personal taste, they're saying it's like this is objectively bad writing or whatever, right? Or like this, because like yeah, maybe and it's again going to shiny is good, yes it is, because like going back to your points, like if you're feelings about like yeah, like you know I of course Bleach would absolutely appeal to you more as a story if you know it, like yeah, it made the female characters more like stand out or cool or interesting, and maybe you know take like adding stuff like I think the Byakuya with Rukia, like you felt that that was taking away from Rukia. I think I'm remembering that correctly, or so, and if not you, other people have that take where it's like what we get out of that conflict is I find interesting in itself, but I could also see the you know if you want to you know yeah, want it to be another way that maybe yeah it takes away from Rukia less. Like that's fair, you know. And I think just fucking send it. What am I doing? I have 30 antidotes. I don't need to freak out about a little poison. I mean, I do need to get out of here and heal up and refill my gold potions at some point. But I got the resources. I can manage. Ooh, speaking of resources, yeah, I don't know. As long as you frame what you think, like, you know, either yeah. Ooh, Earth Crystal too. As long as you frame it at okay, you do yeah. Okay, I did remember correctly. Like, you know, it's just a matter of like framing, right? Because if you say like I don't like this thing, that's one thing. If you say like the story is worse for this, and that might, I mean, and it's oh hey, that's what I'm looking for. Because like it might not even be like it might be true. But also, it's like we live in a reality in which it's not true, and there's a level at which we kind of like. That's what the way I try to approach stories is. I try to meet them on their own terms, right? And like, well, because like, you know, like for Bleach, for example, is So I did actually. I'll get to. I'll try to remember to get back. I want to finish my point about the shit. I think I lost my train of thought actually. Oh yeah. So like one implicit thing. So with my Yuabaha video. A sort of implicit thing I was doing there is by talking about the manga as the manga, like I even specified, like Radman asked if he could use anime footage, and I said it would be fine, but he did use a lot of the manga, and my implicit, oh, I think I'm done with this floor, nice. My implicit reasoning for making the video now instead of waiting until I watched the Bleach anime and made this like full video talking about the blood war with the anime original content is I wanted, like I've also thought about doing the same for Beastars, but I don't think I want to reread Beastars again so soon, because like my thought process is that like even if the anime makes it better, I do think what we got is good, and that's why I wanted to talk about like the ending and the final fight against Yuabaha the way I did, and sort of like framing how all of these characters complete their arcs by fighting Yuabaha and otherwise contributing to his defeat, right? Because even if the anime adds more and makes it better, I still think what we have is good, because that's the thing. It like there even I guess to tie it to the MCU, is like one of the messages of Black Panther is just because it's good doesn't mean it can't or just because it works doesn't mean it can't be made better. That's what Shuri says to T'Challa like very early on in the movie, and that's very much what the movie explores. Like Wakanda as it is works, but it can be better, right? And like Killmonger, his way to make it better isn't really good for like the rest of the world. Well, he wants to make the world better, like he's trying to do that too, but you know, and that's the whole like I don't know, it's an what is attacking me? What is attacking me? Dad, leave me alone. John Alfred Forrester, he wants my blood. But anyway, so yeah, so teasing the MCU video, because like I did have the idea. Well, what I should have done is I should have been working on it back when I did my MCU rewatch back in like 2021, because I don't feel like I can like just. But no, because I do want. So I guess currently, if I were to do something on the MCU, what I'd probably do is I'd probably call it like analyzing every MCU thing. And I did actually spend today like looking at it at everything and basically going like, okay, if I because like how I'd probably structure it is I guess it'd currently be 1, 2, 8 videos in quotation marks, because that kind of depends, because like I don't know if this will be like when it ends and I do it, because or however that happens, because that would be nice if they just like finished. Actually, you know what? Since I'm back at the start, yeah, I'm just gonna go back and heal up, and then actually I'm Key of the Quarter. Okay. Since I got the Accelerator upgrade, I am gonna go try back and talk to Leon, and I can chat while I navigate my way back. But anyway, as I was trying to say is, so how, if I were to do it, how I'd probably structure it is I do one video. I'd basically talk about phase one, so I go through each video or each movie and talk about their complex and stuff, and then I do the second video for phase two. Phase three is by far the biggest phase because what I would talk about. I'd probably do 3 separate videos. One for because the problem is the TV stuff. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I'm not sure if I do it like holistically, where I'd be talking about all the movies in the context of their like, or if I like do it in a way where it's like you could hypothetically watch my phase one video if you've seen only the phase one stuff, and that I don't know exactly how I would do it yet, because it's like that's the thing. It would need me to rewatch a lot. Like what I'm trying to do right now is I'm thinking about it is anyway. Let me finish how I do phase three. Is I'd probably divide it into 3 videos, one for the TV series. Because there's like because that's the thing is like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. starts in phase one, I'm pretty sure, or early phase two. I forget exactly. No, I think no. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. starts in phase one. I wonder if there's a faster way to go back to what's it called? Oh well, I don't know. But like I'd want to at least try to talk about because I was looking at it and it's like it's weird because it's like Jessica Jones season 3 ends pretty close to the end of phase 3, but obviously it's like, well, I can't, like, how do you talk about the Defenders, like, because I don't want to go season by season, but like I feel like because I don't know, I don't know exactly how I do it yet, but I'm also trying to keep notes and like maybe even try to write sections of the video as I'm going through things, just because I don't want to have to rewatch the Defenders again. Because it's so fucking long. You know, so I don't know exactly how to do it, but at least currently my idea would be I'd have a Defenders video, so I talk about all the different characters and the Defenders itself, or maybe just talk about all the characters and bring up the Defenders as it comes up relative to their character arcs. Then I do another one for the TV stuff, so like Agent Carter, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Hellstrom, Cloak and Dagger, etc., Inhumans. I always go this way, and it's always the wrong way. I was literally trying like, I'm not gonna fuck up and make the same mistake I normally do, and I proceeded to do it anyway. And then one more for the movies, and then I do another one for phase 4, and then another for phase 5. Maybe I'd split them up and 6 individually. Maybe I'd split them up depending on how long they are. But that's currently like how I picture doing it. With this, how do I start? Well, see, that's the thing about when saying something is bad or good, it's like on one level it's a judgment call, and I do think a lot of people use that as a way to like they're saying whether this is like worthwhile or good, because that's the thing is like everyone has their own individual like standards or desires for things. So when I see someone say something bad, I do have a knee-jerk emotional reaction, but then I sort of step back and realize that like so let's say if they say like One Piece has bad writing, if you turn that into like, because obviously it's like, you know, you've seen my videos, I think quite the opposite. I think One Piece has very good writing, right? And that's even kind of what this video is getting at, where it's like doing things in a way that only you can only do as a long form story, right? So it's not only just that it has good writing, but it has it's doing something interesting and compelling that only something of its type can do in a way, or you know, that doesn't mean it's bad. Like I was even thinking about like, because I was like, this video is probably not going to do super well, but like how would I algorithm? I like, well, if it would do way better in the algorithm if I like baited it in a way to like I'm putting other things down, right? Like, well, Fairy Tail doesn't do this, and that's why it's a bad shonen story, you know, that kind of thing, right? And I just think about that because like, if you see someone saying like One Piece's writing is bad or whatever, and you just rewrite it in your head so that they're saying that they don't like it, like suddenly it's like now you're not angry at that comment anymore, right? Because you know, so I guess to how can you disagree if ever, I mean, you could disagree with someone's opinion, you know, like you know, and like that's a normal thing to do, in fact. But I feel like with an argument, like disagreeing with an argument, because again, like this goes to everything is subject. Because going to like when you're so like when I make like let's say I don't know, it's like how do I put this? I will say like just to see these subjects put very well. CJ the X is I really like them. They do good stuff. They've also done like there's like 3 hours of discussion on like no, it was South like objectivity and subjectivity in art. And I think which is it's funny because I feel like the subjectivity art video is more about objectivity in art, and the objectivity art is more about subjectivity in art, and they are very much about this dilemma of uh they did a video on when Marnie was there, and it's like talking about how like the relationship between the two main female characters in the movie is really fucking gay, but also the way the movie ends is also like, oh, and sort of talk about like doing this reading that kind of like doesn't really work. I've already been in the castle. Oh, take it to the Valley of Eternity? What? Okay. Did you say that again, or did I miss something? Once you complete the key to take it to the Valley of Eternity. Okay, well, I guess... Did you take my seals so I can't teleport now? Bitch. And he said don't go to the castle. I've already been to the castle. It's not that bad. God damn it. Now what do I do? Shit, I can't teleport. No. 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 This is bad. Oh god, what do I do now? So anyway, let me... Well, because I think, like, because when they say it's bad, it's like, okay, because, yeah, like, how can I, let's say someone says Bleach is bad, and how can I disagree with it? Well, because, again, like, that's just, it's such a general, because they're really just, if you frame it as, like, I don't like Bleach, well, it's like, yeah, you can't argue against that. Like, you can't tell them, no, you do like Bleach. It's like, what? No, that's not how opinions work. But if they make specific points, then you could you can agree or disagree, because like with your I don't disagree. I don't remember disagree, like, you know, obviously it's like I have my own perspective and things to add regarding like if you say I don't like how Byakuya, you know, takes away from Rukia fighting Not, like, no matter how much good things I have to say about what does happen, that doesn't change how you have out your argument, and it's not an incorrect argument, right? And I don't think you're wrong, you know. And like you know, critiques are about like there's been that recent One Piece video that's been going around. Apparently, I only saw it from Shabes and Jack boy. I almost said, because they both have boy in the name, I almost said Hot Boy Spicy. No, they reacted to the One Piece. And like one thing they were talking about was how like it's fair to critique One Piece of things, but he's just not really doing it very well. And he's doing it very, very in a speeded way. He especially ends off the video basically calling Oda himself a pedophile, and like it's just so mean spirited that it's like it. Like, even like, because Jack talks about how he's been pretty jaded towards One Piece, but he walked away from that video unhappy with it, right? So it's like, you know, someone can agree with you and reason their points in a bad way, and someone can disagree with you and also reason their points in a bad way, right? The Jello video, yeah. See, I kind of saw it because I mostly listened to Shapes, and they played the whole video, so I heard all of it, but I didn't really watch it because I was like at work. I just put Piss Pirates on while I was because it's a podcast. That's, you know, you don't watch podcasts. But yeah, so it's like, again, even if, yeah, so yeah, for me, a lot of like art discussion boils down to like the logic and the discourse and the argument, right? And like, so like when I try to make my videos, I try to make them objective in the sense of like, you can't, like, they're well reasoned arguments that you can't really. Oh, did I refill my? No, I didn't refill my shit. Like, well, I can't, like, what am I gonna do? I don't want to go too far, and I just want to wait until Leon this sucks. I'm just gonna, I guess, re-explore these early baby areas. Oh, it's way worse than full. Oh, he didn't play the whole thing. Okay, gotcha. Well, because, like, one critique they kind of went into, was, the powers that are basically the same. But, like, for me, it's like, I don't know, I pay a lot of attention to developer powers because, like one thing Oda has said in the SBS is he talks about, like, the idea of superior powers. Like, Aokiji's fruit being just a better version of Mine's fruit, or Akinu's fruit being a better version of Ace's fruit. But as I kind of feel about those powers is that, like, they're still able to do things that they, the weaker fruits are still able to do things that the stronger fruits aren't. And then, and I also imagine their awakenings would be different, right? Oh, right, do I have a bow equipped? Did he take my sword? This bitch. Fucking Leon is just ruining my day. He better not take too long. But anyway, as I was trying to say, did he drop something? Oh, he dropped a fucking crystal flask! Speaking of killing enemies, I never killed that guy, I guess. Fuck me, dude. Oh, the podcast custom outfit. Okay, because yeah, but I pay attention to a lot of like the nuances between fruit powers, because like even if you could say Machweiss's fruit is stronger than Miss Valentine's because he can become heavier, right? But Miss Valentine can become lighter. So especially I think with awakening, if Miss Valentine awakened her fruit, she could create like a low gravity zone where everyone is lighter, and she can control it, right? Like that could be really interesting to see in effect, right? Obviously she's not a strong enough character to do that, but like there's an example in which like, again, her fruit can do something that Machweiss's can't. So even if it's quote unquote the same power, it still doesn't. And I think that's the case with a lot of the fruit, like, because you mentioned apparently because with characters Prince Groose and his clay fruit is very different from what's his name? Caribou's swamp fruit. We don't even know if Prince Groose is a Logia or not. Because we don't know if his actual body is tangible or intangible, and it might even be a special paramesa, even if it is intangible. Like I don't know. There's so many like little details with the devil fruits that just being because it just sounds like that. Just from that point, it's just being dismissive, and it's not really interesting. Oh, Reiju. What? What? No. I mean, I still think Yamato's literally going to join the crew, but no. And Gaimon, people have been theorizing for ages that the Gaimon chapter, the Gaimon chapter is very likely to be a case where it's literally Oda getting across a very important point to the story, and we just don't know what it is yet for sure. Right, because of people have been using that as a theory for ages, and that the idea of that chapter is going to be really important, but not necessarily with the One Piece itself, right? Like just the fact that the One Piece doesn't, how do they react to the treasure not being there, right? Where obviously the One Piece is there, it's a real thing, but the character's still working through, I don't know. It's that sounds terrible. So sorry, I'm gonna back up on this because before Ombre's MCU stuff gets taken off the screen. I do find out just that interesting. She tends to focus on the worst act. Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't think about that in regards to because with Jessica looking at the bad and seeing the bad and reacting to that and that at the good. Yeah, I like that. Because that's I guess another reason. Because obviously the contrast between Matt and Frank was very clear in season 2, but they also crossed that what? Conjuro, not even just Act 2. Zoe, if Conjuro wasn't the traitor, then he wouldn't have been getting in Kinemon's way on Zoe, and that means they would have met Inarashi and Nekomamushi sooner. So we wouldn't have had the Raizo is safe moment and the same, at least they wouldn't have had nearly emotional impact it would have, because it was the whole thing around it was this big reveal of oh wait, these guys are going to fight each other and they're angry about the samurai and all that, and it's no, they actually they're oh, Raizo wasn't actually there, I remember all these thoughts swirling around while reading the chapters, and then we get the Raizo is safe moment, right? The whole first part of that arc is just completely different with that. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh god, yeah, and I don't know, Jessica Jones, at least I still like it less overall than Daredevil seasons 1 and 2, I think. But Ed Edmund. Yeah, I don't think because he died and his mom. No, this Ed Edmund's a different guy. I was gonna say. Anyway, Jessica snapping Kilgrave's neck is so far still the single most cathartic moment in the Defenders. It's so good. Kilgrave is Kilgrave is honestly he's such a good antagonist because he's so hateable and scummy. and just like I don't know, but also interesting because of like the way he, not even just the way he's raised, but the way he has his powers affecting how he sees the world, and like he just doesn't understand consent because he's so awful. Holy fuck! But he's Kilgrave, man. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Um, but anyway, did you? No. So I watched. No, I'm watching in release order. So I think next is Iron Fist, which is also why I'm not jumping to watch more Defenders. No, Jessica Stevens. That's like one of the last ones. I'm pretty sure. I think because like Humphrey, you follow my media thread. You know exactly which seasons of Defenders I've seen. What are you talking about? And I guess rewatching. No, I only watched one and I only watched. So I watched them in release order up to. Sorry, I realized I forgot. Yeah. No, I forgot that. Yeah, you wouldn't know that. Sorry, I was making fun of you, but it's like no, you wouldn't know that what I've watched already. So Jessica Jones season 1 and Daredevil seasons 1 and 2 were rewatches. I never saw anything else of Defenders because like I don't know, Luke Cage came out and people weren't too big on it, so I just didn't check it out. And then it just kept getting longer and longer, and and then it got canceled. So I was like, whatever. Even though I would have been interested, I was interested in like Punisher, but like because season 2 was good of Daredevil, and I never got around to it. It's just, well, Punisher's also funny in retrospect, having seen The Bear. Oh, I know where I am. This is where I met the Fire Mage guy. Yeah, okay. Because the actors for Richie and Mikey, because Richie, I forget his name, the actual actor's name, but he's playing Ben Grimm in Fantastic Four, but he was also a character in Punisher apparently, and so I think it's funny because the Punisher's actor plays Mikey in The Bear. So I had the idea of getting a screen cap and setting it to shaves and be like, whoa, The Bear season 4 looking wild, just to fuck with him. Because I don't think he hasn't seen the Marvel stuff. There's no way, right? And then it's just the idea of sending that to him and being like, "Whoa!" It makes me laugh. Western TV use Follow My TV. No, I use SimKill. I used to use Follow My TV. Do I still have Follow My TV linked on everything? Oops, because I switched to SimKill a while ago. So I used to use Follow My TV, and yeah, SimKill is also, I don't know. SimKill's like the best one, but it's still like, I don't know. I feel like there's the Western, like just in general, like Western infrastructure. Because I think it's because like anime fans. How am I? Oh, there's a secret door. Oh no, I'm going this way. Okay, what was I gonna say? What am I trying to say? Yeah, I think it's because like anime fans like were into piracy and stuff from the start, more or less, for Western anime fans. So like just online infrastructure for databasing and downloading is just so much further along when it comes to anime and stuff compared to Western, or I understand piracy being cracked down on more, so it's harder to find like a good like download site necessarily, but even just like the fact that the databasing isn't quite like Letterboxd is pretty good, but aside from that, really because you can look at staff and stuff and see what else they've worked. Why can't I find the way I'm supposed to go? Holy shit. You're right, but like the fact that like Mal and Analyst are, just better as databasing sites, where SimKill, it gets the job done, and because that's the thing. Like a part of the reason I stopped using Follow My TV is because I was like, I'll use this, but it didn't have a lot of Japanese stuff. And like the fact that I have to use my drama list to overwrite the fact that I to make up for the fact that I can't use Western Western database sites for a lot of Japanese stuff because they're not as complete is and to a lesser, then there's also weird cases because as far as like I also like for anime and light novels I keep track of those on Mal. But I also keep track of books on Goodreads, and I also keep track of films on Letterboxd. So it's kind of funny when I like watch a movie, like a Precure movie, and it's like I have to update it on 2 websites, or I read a Mushoku Tensei novel and I have to update it on 2 websites. Oh yeah, no, that I did remember seeing a clip or something of Daredevil 2003. Like, oh wait, I recognize Happy Hogan. That's which is pretty neat. I did not rewatch that movie. Did you rewatch it? Because I'm curious as to if it holds up any. Because I haven't seen it since I was young. and it was never really like super well liked. That said, I did get a little messed up in Daredevil, Deadpool and Wolverine when they referenced because I only watched the X-Men movies, so when they referenced other stuff, like I still recognize some of the characters, but like I think the one that fucked me up the most is when Elektra walked in. I was like, Elektra question mark, but it wasn't the actress because I literally just watched season 2 of Daredevil, so I was like Elektra, and then I watched Deadpool and Wolverine, and I'm like, Elektra? Wait, 5 for well, I mean, like 2 websites, yeah, for one. Oh, you use 5 for like one. Ooh, I mean, I have like 5 or 6 or 7 for everything, but I'm talking about like updating one thing across 2 websites. Well, because like I do use AnyList, but what I'll do is I'll just export my mal to AnyList. Okay, now I should be. Oh, yeah, now I just go south. Okay. So that way I just I don't actually update AnyList. I just update. I just every so often we'll just update it all at once, and that'll be that. Iron Fist. You wanted to like it. Okay, he's better than yeah. That's like I mean, Luke Cage was definitely better than I thought it was gonna be. I mean, I can see why it bounced off of people, at least because it's so deeply, I guess, focused on like you know, Harlem and just you know, black aspects of black experience. Like that's one. Like I didn't bounce off the show because I'm white. I bounced off the show because I don't really feel pride in my race necessarily. And that's, you know, that was an aspect of the conflict. I don't know. There was definitely some interest, like the biblical stuff. I don't know. It's interesting to kind of think about, but I mean, it's still my least favorite of the 3 series so far. But it's not bad. I didn't think. There was stuff I thought about it I thought was interesting. But yeah, Iron Fist, after like the 1-2 punch of like Luke Cage being kind of people being on it, Iron Fist people not really liking. You know, like I feel like Tanya wanting to like it and then not being able to is like, oh no, I have like 13 episodes of this. Oh no. And all I really, yeah, I know like I don't know. Anyway, oh yeah, no, that was, yeah, Cotton, yeah, he was interesting, but Cornell, but yeah, like his little flashback was good, but then obviously he's not the main antagonist, and I didn't like, yeah, Diamondback was fine, but not quite as good. So yeah, but there's another season. But then again, also because it's like, I don't know how much they had planned before the Defender stuff got canceled. Okay, he should be done. Please be done. We're gonna get a replay of the first cutscene with you sitting at the, yeah. Give me my sword back. No! Oh, it will finish shortly, okay. Well, I mean, all I did was I got a crystal flask, so that's nice. Haven't seen this one in recent years, but okay, gotcha. I see. Let me see if there was anything else in chat that I missed. Okay, yeah, I think I'm mostly caught up unless I missed something earlier. But yeah, I'm interested in Defenders. It's just like, again, I think as far as like length versus intrigue, it's definitely longer than it is interesting to me. But like, I don't know. I do want to see what I get out of it. So. Oh yeah, and there was some goofy stuff too, like the one scene that makes me laugh is when Diamondback like punches the guy and he's walking away. He's like, "I'm Luke Cage," because he's like trying to frame Luke Cage for murdering a random officer. But like, or yeah, I think that guy died. But it was just like the way he did it didn't actually like do a good job at framing Luke Cage. So that was pretty fucking silly. Like it. Oh, I'm just finding random shit that I just never found before. Yeah, very funny. Don't fall down the well. But yeah. At the very least, because like yeah, it's also like, again, thinking about doing a potential video. I'm wondering, because I feel like the best way to go about it is do character by character, and then like instead of going season by season, even though because they're gonna, you know, obviously like they're gonna lean back on the earlier seasons for the later stuff. You know, I mean, like I'm Ombre. I don't know. I mentioned Kilgrave, and Ombre brought up Jessica Jones season 3 because I imagine they're going to continue on the ideas. You know, so. Yeah, that. Oh, one of the villains being more interesting and less villain. Yeah, I mentioned that have to like. I mentioned that happened with a lot of people with Bleach for Yuabaha. I mean, in fairness, it kind of happened to me in that like, yeah, Yuabaha is less interesting than Aizen for me, but also Aizen's like literally one of my favorite villains ever. So, Yuabaha being less, I still find Yuabaha really interesting, and he's just so perfect for Bleach's ideas and what it's doing that like it doesn't hinder it for me, I guess. But I could see that I could imagine being that part of being part of why Bleach is Thousand Year Blood War fell flat for some people because they just weren't as interested in the Quincy's. Then again, people like Soul Society so more than Arrancar even then, so it's not like it was a straight drop. But another one, Tokyo Revengers, I remember because I didn't never super loved it, but like the guy who is like the main antagonist for most of the for like 2/3 of the series was more interesting than otherwise, and then they kind of just didn't really do that much. Or then he stopped being the antagonist, and I you know they also I don't know, it just didn't work out. So oh yeah, you're right. No, Aizen does even he literally becomes an ally. So yeah, but he's Aizen's really good. And yeah, that's all. I mean, I think that's like a lot of people still say like it's I think like because you know my take on One Piece, for example, is that like Wano is like literally my favorite arc in the story, and that's a pretty rare take because my point being is I was just thinking about how like, oh right, what am I doing? This is a shortcut back, isn't it? Yeah. Doi. My point being, because like, yeah, because you're meant to talk about like the idea of like, oh, an antagonist swapping out and the new one being less interesting. It's like, well, in arc-based stories, it's like if you really like, you know, a certain arc or setting, like a lot of people's like, you know, favorite arcs are going to be like Water 7 and Enies Lobby because like the Straw Hat conflict is really fucking good, right? It's got, you know, I love it. It's like it's got like my favorite moment in fiction, right? But then you know, and like it's just really hard. It's just, you know, a matter of like what do you like more? Like I love the Paramount War. It's insanely good for Luffy's character and the world, but like one of the things that like keeps it from being like one of my all-time favorites is, or my all-time favorite is just because it's like, well, it doesn't have the Straw Hats. Like I love the Straw Hats. I love their interactions. Like Wano, even though it like yeah, it's got good character stuff for a number of Straw Hats, even in like little moments and stuff, but it also just has a lot of like fun interactions with them. And yeah, maybe not as many as other arcs, but it like has that and all the other stuff I like about Wano, right? You know, so just that stuff like that is what I mean. And my point being is that like, yeah, people are gonna like various things, or even just like at a certain point in their, you know, like lives or journeys with the fiction, right? Like one thing about Whole Cake Island that has that arc still like resonating with me, I think, is like because the fact that I basically beyond pointing at Beyond Blood video is sort of my explanation for it, because like that video, like not because yeah, like a lot of people were dissatisfied with certain elements of Whole Cake Island. And so I felt like when I came around, you know, I was able to make out a video that was really emotionally satisfying and also just satisfying in the sense of like, because yeah, because I literally listened. So the chapter came out that where Luffy beat Katakuri. Katakuri fell to his back, and I remember I had two reactions of people who I was interested in that I specifically went on my way to check out were Podcast. I listened to them and heard Best Guy Ever griping about it because of course it's Best Guy Ever, even though now he loves Katakuri. You know, he just needed time for it to grow on him. And then Mr. Moore's old Moore. So I even tried to look up and see if I could find a lot of his old stuff is gone. At least maybe it's unlisted and there's a playlist somewhere, but I couldn't find it. But I remember him talking about the Luffy versus that chapter of Luffy Katakuri, and it's like, wow, as far as like this chapter really shows like the determination and like how important resolve is in the story. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine, but it's like I got so much more out of this fight, and no one else is seeing it, even these other like One Piece commenters that I respect. And so, like me coming out with Beyond Blood and really reframing Whole Cake Island and being like, this is what I thought that was like a dead body. I thought he was dead. Well, let's leave the note first. Let's not be greedy about Christmas, and we read the note first, and then we look at the presents. Like when you get a gift, like a greetings card, like obviously, or like or a holiday card, like as a kid, you really only care about the money, but you still read the generic message inside first before, and without acting like you're too excited about the money. This is a holiday topical or a topical topic as well. That's so awkward. Key will be ready in a little while. Not enough time. Please find the clue to the puzzle of Ichiro's. Well, what does that mean? What? Okay, what does this do? Oh no, my sword's back to normal! No, it sucks again! Boo! Oh, it was so cool! No! Now I'm back to the shitty sword. Not shitty, but not as good. And what is, truth glass? So this should be the seal of Ichiros? Ichiros' key. Oh! Wait, what? Wait. Where am I? Can I? Where am I? Did I just? What? Oh, I could just teleport to any fountain in the game? I could cry. It's so good. Cause where do I want to go? Hold on, I'm trying to think of where. Cause I wouldn't want to go to the mine and talk to Mr. Dwarf Man, but I don't remember. But I can't, not that I can tell where things are. Do you plan? So, oh yeah, I did. Where the fuck am I? Where is this? I don't recognize this. Hold on. I'm in a new area? I just teleported to a place I haven't been before. That's new to me, because normally in the Souls games you can't do that. So I guess actually, it would be a better idea to, because like, especially honestly, if I have to rewatch all the MCU to do my MCU video, then the longer I wait on it. What the fuck is this? Stop spinning and give it to me. What is going on? What was that? Was it? Oh, it was another Aladdin's key. Okay. What is going on? Or hold on, let me, yes, no, Linlin was mentioned in the latest chapter, because Gerd is like, yeah, we were friends once, but, I think that was what she mentioned, because, yeah, hold on, let me think. Oh, do I plan to read comics? That was I was trying to answer. Well, I'll answer. I'm sorry, I got straight to because where do I go? So I had the other video idea of talking about like comic book adaptation. Okay, well I can't actually. Okay, maybe. Well, I guess whatever. I'm just gonna leave, I guess. Because I had the video idea of talking about like comic book adaptations and like which would involve like reading a bunch of comics and then reading a bunch of and then watching a bunch of adaptations, because like I hear about like comics that or movies that are influenced by comics or whatnot. Like this is the mine, I think. Like I was thinking about it earlier for I forget why, but like the Dark Knight, the Batman movie being influenced by like the Long Halloween. No, not the Nightfall. I think the one where Bane breaks the Batman's back, but then also no, that was the Dark Knight Rises. But obviously, Killing Joke influenced the Dark Knight. But there was a wow, holy fuck, I would remember this a while ago. But yeah, but like because it doesn't just adapt one, it mixes them up, right? And I also had the point of like with what X-Men the animated series in 97. Like what are they adapting it? How are they adapting it, right? Yeah, I don't know. So that would be a good prelude to the MCU stuff because it would give me a way to like experience these characters more, and especially that way because like obviously one thing I think about sometimes, this is just a save point, right? Yep, that's what I thought, because like like it's like obviously I do ideally would want to make my analyses from the perspective of like this is what these movies are doing and this is what they're perfectly fine for it. But there's also that just sort of caveat of like, well, but I'm still not much of a comics reader, so having that perspective and using the comics as a way to get some of that perspective, so that way I'm talking, and yeah, like especially or like especially a good idea would be like Malekith or Ultron, I think, because those are two. Malekith is just he's not he's actually actively like my least favorite like MCU villain because he's funny because because he gets his ass beat by Thor's mom, and it's like, well, you suck, don't you? And he just has no presence, and he's lame. But I remember maybe it was even Ombre, or I just feel like I remember someone reading the run that he was introduced in or something, or a run that he was really good in, like an older like 80s run, and Malekith good actually, right? Like because that's the kind of thing, or Ultron especially, like because the point I wanted to make about the character, because that's the thing, is superheroes I feel like are less about the story. Not that the stories themselves aren't important, but I think the characters are what like persist and what people remember and what people adapt and iterate on. So when I think about it in that way, it's like my point there is being like, so like if you don't like Spider-Man in the MCU, well, it's fucking Spider-Man. There are multiple iterations of the character that are popular in different ways. Like you have the new video game, you have the Into the Spider-Verse, you have the Raimi movies, right? Like, and never mind the original comics, or some people like the animated series, right? Like there's always going to be new Spider-Man. Like they're literally like Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, I believe, is going to be not associated with the MCU, or at least the MCU canon. Which is good because from what I heard, they were like, it's a prequel. It's like, this doesn't make any sense. Don't do that. And I think I'm looking more forward to it knowing it's not connected to the MCU. And then, but then with characters who aren't Spider-Man, like let's say Ultron or Malekith, well, Ultron, his most popular public representation is now it's fucking, like, because obviously in the actual comics lore, he's associated with Hank Pym, right? And like the fact that because like the fact he's got mandibles like an ant, right? Like that's a big part of his design, and that's like, and it's right. But obviously the MCU, like, I think it makes sense for the MCU to adapt. Oh, hey, big rock guy. But you don't have Prometheus. You might have something cool though, so I'll kill you. Yeah, I forgot they did a little Mario Kart dash. I don't know why I call it Mario. Oh yeah, see, I knew there was a reason to fight stuff in here. I got a fire crystal. Right, so the big public perception of Ultron is based on it's one that's not really faithful to the original comics because it's based on Tony Stark instead of Hank Pym, which in the context of the MCU alone, I think it makes sense to attach Spider-Man and Ultron to Tony Stark because Tony Stark is part of the core DNA of the MCU. Right, it was the first movie. His and Steve's conflict wove throughout the entirety of the first three phases, and their legacy is still felt in, like, we got Ironheart and Armor Wars coming up, right? Like, Iron Man is still around, even though he's not around. And fucking forget whatever the fuck they're doing with Doomsday and Doctor Doom Stark, which I forgot about until just now. But my point being is that like you could say that Ultron works on its own for the MCU, but he's still not representative of the character and his history, which is what understandably would bother a lot of people. And I think I don't think that's unfair to think, even though I'm perfectly fine with MCU Ultron, right? But then you have cases like Malekith where it's like, not only are they not really representing this comic book character, they're not, like, what is there is also not very interesting. Like, I mean, that had heard someone else make another point where one of the neat things about comics is that you have recurring antagonists and stuff, and the MCU really does not do that a lot. Like, Loki is kind of the only one who's been an antagonist multiple times, and that now he's just a protagonist, so it's like, well, whatever. What are your thoughts on No Way Home? I love No Way Home. I thought it was a great time. I thought it did some things really well. And I remember especially thinking it's interesting in contrast to the Miles Into the Spider-Verse, which I've only seen the first one of because I was gonna wait to see the second one because it's supposed to be like a part one, um, or the new movie that is a part one to the upcoming part two. But because like basically like what I got out of the two in contrast to others, Into the Spider-Verse is like all these other Spider-Men are teaching Miles Morales how to be Spider-Man, where No Way Home is about these other Spider-Man helping Peter Parker deal with being Peter Parker, right? Because there's always the Parker curse, the Parker luck of him just like getting shit on by life continuously. Yeah, that's kind of what I got out of that movie, and I don't remember where the blacksmith is, so I'm just gonna fucking look up my goddamn fucking map. I don't care anymore. Dwarf Cave? Yeah, Dwarf Cave. This is what I was looking for. Gems is he is. Oh, he's up there? No. Okay, I guess yeah, he was up there. Yeah, wouldn't have guessed. Okay. But anyway, or yeah, I was talking about villains and hold on, I'm just trying to remember where I was. Them not reusing villains a lot, which because there's a two-sided coin to that, right? Because obviously the issue with, like, why doesn't Batman just kill the Joker, right? Because the way the Joker can be written is like in any world that has humans that we recognize as like human, like someone would have fucking killed the Joker because he doesn't have like, well, okay, he's super capable in a number of ways, but it's also like, why doesn't like a random guy just kill the Joker, right? Like, if not the Batman, you know, like he's the worst guy in history, basically. Like, he's killed more people than cancer. I don't know, because it's comics, right? Like but that's also why they can't kill the Joker because it's a comic book. So just stuff like that where it's like, the MCU they have as like that's the thing is what's neat about adaptations is because like comics have a lot of potential and there's a lot of good stories there, but there's also like the fact that they're comics, right? Like that's why when I read comics I try to take them on their own merits as its own thing, and like the broader picture is very secondary to me. Where comics adaptations are able to be like I can look at the broader picture of the MCU and be like, yeah, this is cool, and not to think about how some other writer is gonna fucking ruin it in their run, like which Immortal Hulk I really liked, but I remember seeing one person how the run immediately after that, because like a big part of the way Immortal Hulk ended was Bruce being more accepting of the Hulk and what the Hulk is to him, and being able to like use his anger positively, and then literally the next like run, like some of the next issues after Immortal Hulk ended, they're like, nope, Bruce is just back to seeing Hulk as a monster again, and just completely like, which yeah, in the individual run, if you just read it as is, it might be fine, but like trying to view the character holistically after this big celebration of this character that does a lot of it, I thought did a lot of interesting things, it's like, okay. Sure, so this is, oh shit, that's a Prometheus shield. Okay, I forgot what I ordered. Let me shield. Yeah, let me check my stats first, because I think I still have the defensive 76, 84, 61. Ooh, okay, better. I lose my Earth's defense, I guess, but oh, thanks for the liking my bleach fits, which I kind of just put one out. So yeah, but yeah, no, like, cause like I don't know, it's like, cause I'm trying to think of like, cause I guess maybe for marketing reasons, it's like there's a level at which like, oh, Iron Man's fighting Stain again. Like watch the next, like, oh, because people already, like I had an old video idea that I don't know if I've talked about before, where it's like every Marvel movie is the same, which I guess is dealing with the critique is that like the Marvel movies are, feel kind of samey in some ways, and I maybe like reusing villains. Well, I feel like I guess you have to do it in a way where you just use one villain, right? Like you'd have to do it in like dealing with multiple. I don't know, because it's like I'm trying to think of like. because like obviously as far as like stories goes, it's like yeah, you could just have Batman fight the Joker again, and it could be great, right? But in terms of like, think of it as like a movie franchise, as like there's other concessions like marketing, right? Like how do you market Batman fighting Joker again, right? Like obviously if they didn't say the Batman, well this is a different Batman. It's gonna be a different Joker, right? You know, so in like because I mean, because like and obviously in the first one he went up against the Riddler, and the next one he's going to go up against the Penguin. So the question is like, oh right, I guess why didn't I should have him making another thing. What am I doing? Of slimes, I forgot about the slimes. I didn't even see them. Like I don't know if they had like if they just did the Batman 2 and it's like the Batman's fighting the Riddler again, right? Like how do they like I could see that being a story there potentially, because the Batman's gone up against the Riddler multiple times across many different adaptations and many times in the comics. But there's also that question of like, okay, but how do you market that to people? Like Batman's fighting the Riddler, because like people could be, oh, they're out of ideas, right? But it's like that the fact that that would be interesting to me because it's so weird, right? Because I feel like the way like I think like if anything like having Loki be the antagonist of both Thor and Avengers is like that, right? Like that's how they do it from a marketing angle, right? Like okay, this is just Thor's movie. Okay, this is just the Avengers movie, right? So you know, how do they? I don't know. It's a problem that's not super easy for me to like, and I would be like I don't know. I'm gonna watch every MCU thing no matter what. So it doesn't matter to me that much. Like, but I just want good or interesting villains, and yeah, admittedly, a lot of them only really like offer like contrasts or are good as foils and aren't necessarily interesting on their own, and some just aren't even that interesting, even with that in mind. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I got the shield. Let's make hands. Okay. But no one told you what's going to happen. That's right. See, and that would have been really interesting because, like, obviously Heath Ledger's Joker was really good, and well, everybody loved that, right? But I do wonder, is like, would there have been other antagonists, or would it have just been the Joker, right? Because then again, because even the second movie had Two-Face, right? So it's like, do they do the Joker and someone else, or do they just do the Joker? Like, and I could see that working, especially because, like, I don't know, Nolan's a good filmmaker, and The Dark Knight was really good. Yeah. I don't know, who knows? I've been streaming for 2.5 hours? I didn't even realize. I mean, at least it feels like a lot of the last stuff was just kind of time waste. You know what? I think I might call it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it. As much as I'll call it when the discussion's starting to peter out a bit, because I'm still enjoying it. But because I feel like at this point I need to go through my guide, because now that my fucking Excelator's weak baby sword again, maybe even just like on. You know what? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to every teleport place and learn where they are, so that way I can like maybe write a note for myself, and so see where everything goes. So in case I want to go somewhere, okay, yeah. So this is the ghost place. Yeah, so this is gonna be the gold fountain, which means I can refill my shit. Oh right. I mean, I guess I could also just do the just to prevent less stumbling around. Like, where did Orlanden's keys go? Yeah, I need to figure a lot of shit out. Cause yeah, this is the King's Field, not or it's. Do you mean Two-Face came way later in the movie or way later in the production? Because obviously, as an antagonist, or as specifically Two-Face himself, like yeah, he showed up later in the movie, but Harvey Dent was there relatively earlier on, so that's not the one I wanted to use. You know, and oh, Hill of Prayer, okay. But yeah, but anyway, going back to my point about like, yeah, there, I have other things to. So there's the palace. Yeah, I have other stuff to talk about. So, a major internal conflict. Thank you. You're welcome. I don't. I'm glad I could help. This is Forest of Barde. It looks like. Oh, I need to actually, hold on, there's storage. Yeah, I can store stuff that I don't need. So I'm gonna do that. Like, I don't really need the bow, I have magic. I just need to clear out my fucking inventory so that I can fucking, uh, see shit. I kind of use these. I don't need the map of Murda anymore because now that I just warp around, I can see the map. I don't need the notes. Keep my healing stuff. Sure, I'll keep the Prometheus. Well, I'll get this again, but yeah, I'll just store it away. They can fish it. The game can fish it out of my bag. Keys I'll keep because I expect I'll need them, even though I don't really need Lynn's key. I don't expect to use that again, and I don't need the arrows. I don't use. There it goes. Okay. Okay, you did meet in the movie. Okay, it has been a while since I've seen it, but more point being that he's there. But I guess if you have time to tell me responsible stories. See, I think, well, cause like, I think it goes both ways. Like, actually, again, recommending the CJ the X videos is one point I do remember they made in that video was how like, when you say a sentence, like. Because my personal thing, it goes both ways, but like how they put it was like, if you say you want to say like, oh look, there's a thing over there, and you just say ice cream, goldfish, watermelon, then like your meaning isn't going to get across regardless of your intent, right? And we can, like, if you were to say that sentence and try and get that meaning across, you would have to take a lot more time to construct that, basically. Like, that's just how language, because of the context of language, right? Like, if I said, okay, that over there, my code word for that is going to be watermelon. So, and I just say watermelon and point, and then you go, oh, well, because you're talking to me, that, right? Like, in that case, like, now you understand what the meaning is, right? So there's a level at which, like, literacy is important, right? So again, I think it goes both ways, and that's kind of where I talk about, like, the argument angle of, like, having the good reasoning and logic for your point, right? So, like, when I do my videos, I have a lot of good reasoning and logic, right? To the point that even if I get minor things wrong, like my Zoro Sanji video, the way I talk about Khalifa versus Nami is, and how that relates to Sanji, the way I'm framing it is like, it actually makes more sense if you replace it with Robin and Black Maria, right? Because I didn't fully understand. Where the fuck is this? Oh, this is the no, what the fuck no, where is this? Oh, is this like in the little... Yeah, this is yeah, by the... No. Oh, this is... Oh, yeah, this is just out... This is the starting town. Okay. A different fountain. Oh, okay. I don't remember this fountain. I've only been here like once. So that's where so like with Naruto being or Katakuri, that's like... I don't know, it depends on your audience, I think, because and it depends on, like, well, because like the other thing, like, I've been asked, like, why not just say things out loud and let people interpret them, why does Kubo tell his story in the way that he does, where there's so much subtext and things left to interpretation and understanding the story as a whole, right? And I think the reason for that, personally, is basically, like, it goes back, it's knowing and understanding. Oh, I like how I had the thing because of the shoes, but then I don't have the shoes, so it's like, oh, wait, no, we gotta hide this. So, like, if I tell you, like, yeah, my videos are me telling things to people, basically, and saying, like, like, this is how it is, right? But it's for me, it's more emotionally satisfying to come to those realizations, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, or like specifically, like, when someone's explaining something to me, what helps me, like, especially if it's somewhere I'm wrong, what helps me is when they say something that then helps me realize something further, right? You're welcome, Titania. I'm like, I make a joke because like Mathis has been going through a lot of stuff, and I'll talk to her, and so I joke about being her free therapist, just because, but which is like it's really just that she's my friend, and of course I'll talk to my friend, but it's also funny to say it that way. So it's just I don't know. I guess I just have I don't know. Um, but yeah, see, that's what I'm trying to get at. Is like I'm saying things like I don't know what understanding you came to because that understanding is yours, right? And maybe like it's not really related to what I'm saying, but it's helping you understand it anyway, right? Because like yeah, like sometimes I'll get inspiration from a story not because of what's from what it's doing, but what it's from it's not doing. Like I remember watching Overlord, and Ainz was drinking red wine, which is like it's symbolic of blood. So I had the thought of like, well, what would white wine be if we were to use it in a symbolic context, right? And because I don't remember having seen a story use white wine in a symbolic context. So I came up with the idea of like what it might mean, and it might show up in my Hunter x Hunter fanfic, right? So that's an example of like me reading something out of a story that it's not writing necessarily because that's the way I'm responding to and processing it. So yeah, with stories, it's like it's a matter of like, like what audience are you doing, and like everyone's gonna people are gonna come up with their own understandings, and I think that's why I think it's like good to foster that. But then the problem is like because people, especially like I think just the way people like I just think of like the way like religion gives you the answer in the sense that like how does the world work? Well, God has all the answers. Here's all the God's answers, right? Even though a lot of them, take faith to understand, right? Like you just have to accept it as is and not necessarily because if because people question it and then they don't if they look for the objective proof, then they're probably gonna fall out of faith, right? And again, not saying there's anything wrong with that. That's just like I just but it's just I don't know, like things like that. Hopefully I'm making sense. Rose Rose. Oh, what is the symbol for that? But yeah, so I don't know. For an audience, I just feel like it's better. You'll come to a stronger understanding if you reach that understanding yourself, versus like because people don't like when the stories are just preaching at them. Like I remember like because that's the thing is like sometimes even like watching or like seeing authors explain things can sometimes be less interesting. So like I watched like the first episode of House of the Dragon, and it had a conflict where the king guy was trying to sire a male heir, because he only had the main character, his daughter. I don't. It's been a while since I watched it. I watched one episode. Sorry, I don't remember the names. And I'm gonna stop here. I'm just gonna chat for a little bit longer. But what if because like the doctor, the wet nurse or whatever was talking about how like your wife is going to die, but we might be able to save the child if we like she's gonna die either way or. No, maybe it was more like no, it wasn't. Yeah, it was like either we like she might die giving childbirth, or she might live giving childbirth, or but the child might die. Like there was it was up in the air as to who was going to live or die in this circumstance, and the king made the call to have her basically a cesarean section done that would definitely kill her, but the child might live, and he chose the life of his child over his wife, basically. And in the commentary after the end of the episode, they that's what confused me, is because the staff behind the show was talking about how no, she was going to die, but the child might live, and that kind of like removed the nuance of the choice, because like if the queen was guaranteed to die, then it's just a matter of like her dying naturally in childbirth or the king killing her. Like there's still meaning to that choice, but it feels like I don't know, it was less interesting to me than what the show presented of him choosing his child's life over his wife, right? So there's an example of where the author being more clear about something made it less good for me. That said, I could still just take the art as it was. Ignore the creators. So yeah, I don't know. So again, it's just a matter of, so when it comes to reading and writing, is as a writer, you want to put enough there so that other people can make the arguments. And as a reader, you want to look for all the details and make sure that you understand the argument, right? So that you can make the best reading that you can, right? Oh, yeah, appreciated Twain Pork's my words. Yeah, but I imagine it was also explained to you in a way that like that you're because that's the thing is I think again I feel like when I best respond to things having explained to me is when someone explains something to me and I'm able to make further connections of my own, right? Like you've probably seen it happening in like the Nen show or the in the den where like Hot Boy Spicy or Mathwas will say something and that will make me think of something, right? Like they're just explaining something to me, but that is able to further my understanding and make me come to something to a further understanding because right like again because if they were just saying it I was just like like that's the difference for me between knowing and understanding because if I say something and that's all you get out of it is just what I said but you know you do have more understanding through like yeah even if just your emotional responses or even coming with further points and observations, right? And that's I don't know. I like art and I like talking about art, and yeah. But anyway, I got things to do. I part of me is like I could stream more and play more, but like I need to look over the streams and figure out a game plan of what I'm gonna do because apparently I have to level up Excelsaur all the way again. That's fucking annoying. Because now it's a shitty baby sword again. And it was so strong and cool. So I'm probably gonna use this as an opportunity to just go around and maybe go through my guide and just go through areas I missed stuff and get everything. And because I don't actually know where Leon's like referring to, but yeah, I'll figure it out. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna stream at Wednesday next week because I haven't got my new schedule yet. So just keep an eye out for the sub box, and I'll you'll see when I try to do the stream previews about a half an hour, 24 hours or give or take before I do the stream. So the day before usually. So yeah, thanks for hanging out. Have a good one, everybody. Made my day better after a rough morning. So yeah, thanks everyone. Have a good one. Rare get to you're awake at this time. Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, if you come around, I'll be glad to see you. But if not, at least the bot will be up. But then that lacks the interaction aspect, so unfortunate. Anyway, have a good one.